Alrighty, guys. How are you guys doing tonight? Sure you want me to. Tonight, I'm going to be doing a broadcast for. I'm broadcasting a race for my league. It's our truck race. Tonight's the first race of the year. I'm broadcasting it, so this is actually being broadcasted on YouTube under our broadcast channel under Scotty B. Yeah, YouTube. So if you guys want to go check him out and watch the extra broadcast, you can. But I thought it'd be cool to kind of give it a point of view of what it's like, to sit here in virtual reality with my Oculus Rift and broadcast me broadcasting. So I'm not going to be able to talk to chat very often. So I'm going to be talking with these guys. You should be able to hear them. They're in the broadcast booth with us here. So I just thought it would be an interesting way to do this. I don't think anything like this has been done before. I thought it'd be kind of cool. Just make sure my OBS is set up correctly. So make sure you hear them as well. Alright, so hopefully this works. I'll keep an eye on everything here. You can't see any cars moving right now because they are qualifying. Once they're done qualifying, then I'll pick I'll go on here, I'll move around different camera angles and things. I just think it would be a cool perspective. We'll see how it plays out though. Can't really hear those guys. There we go. I can actually hit test drive on here. I have a little truck down here too, and drive around and race with them. Yeah, I'm just a ghost car, so they wouldn't even see me at all. But yeah. We can go through here and see everybody, different angles and whatnot. I'm just going to keep it on the leader for now. Haven't heard anyone talking Discord yet. Yeah, he still got us muted, so he's on his commercials.
Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this brand new season of the ECR Pit Stop Design Series of Truck Race. Brand new season, brand new people. We got a lot of excitement here tonight. And in the booth with me, starting the season off, and the ECR season off, is Thomas Lattimore and Matthew Hibbs. Thank you guys for coming in the booth. Go ahead and introduce yourselves. We're going to be going to qualifying here very shortly.
Yeah, man, it's a pleasure to be here. First time in the booth and looking forward to it. See what I can get out here and learn and see how these guys race out here in the truck series. Got a lot of new faces out here, so I'm curious to see how this goes.
Yeah, me too. I've been up here in the booth before with Scotty. You had a good time. This race should be exciting. We got a lot of our new guys joining our league, racing for the first time. So I'm excited to see how those guys do and just learn how they drive and see if someone can make a name for themselves here in our league.
Yeah, I mean, we got a lot of new drivers this season overall throughout all three of our different series that we got going on. And myself, I'm actually driving for the Cup Series this year, so a little bit of a change for me. And it's going to be interesting to see who actually comes out on top here in this Truck Series. Ronnie Norman will not be running for the championship this year, will not be retaining his title. He has moved on to the Beeline Series, which you can find the link to that description for their broadcast, which will be starting tomorrow, in the description below. You can also find the Cup Series in the description below as well. We have a brand new broadcaster for that. And these guys are qualifying now. These guys got 2 laps, 40 people here tonight, full race. It's going to be a nice race to see, and I hope you guys out there enjoy it. What are your guys' expectations here tonight for the opening of the ECR season?
I'm expecting everybody to probably take it easy for a little while. But these trucks, the way they draft, and you're able to really get locked onto bumpers, and we can really make runs. So, the horsepower is down in these trucks, and I think that could lend to some better racing as far as pack racing tonight.
Yeah, I've always said, and if you look at the Cup cars, the Xfinity cars, and the trucks, I think the trucks put on the best show. I'm not sure why that is, but I've always liked the truck races more than anything else. And we got a lot of new guys in here, so there's going to be a lot of people learning how each other drives. There's a lot of unknowns. I'm not going to lie, we're probably going to see a good amount of wrecks in here, but I think we're also going to see a lot of good racing. I'm pretty excited for this.
I'm excited to be back. It's been a long off season. I mean, granted, it's only been 3 months, but we've done a lot of recruiting in that time, a lot of new faces, a lot of new driving styles. For those that were not in here last week for our preseason race, we talked about a few of the changes that we have made for ECR. We have gone to all fixed series, truck, beeline, and cup. We have gone to half fuel with 25% of the track being have wear and tear on it for starting practice, and we have gone to fixed laps as well. We're no longer running a certain percentage, 50%, 60%, 70%. We're running a certain number of laps per track, if it's a quarter mile or a half mile along them lines. And also dynamic weather. So a lot of different strategies are going to come into play here, especially with the weather. These vehicles are going to overheat depending on how the track's laid up. And tire run's not going to really come into play. It's going to be about your fuel run. And if you can get that fuel run to last and you get your pit stop strategy right, you'll find yourself up front. If not, you're going to find yourself in the back, laps down. It's going to be interesting to see this year.
Yeah, that's right. And I think the real catch in that is the weather. You never know what you're going to get, and it doesn't allow anybody to practice in and zone in on one type of weather. So it opens up the field to anybody. And going back to what you said a while ago about Ronnie Norman not running for the championship, I'm sure there's a lot of guys in here that's glad to hear that.
Yeah, I mean, Ronnie was dubbed the king of fixed series there for last year, and he proved himself. I mean, we only have 23 races for this season, and he won 9 to 10 of them. So it's really going to be up to somebody else to try to top that. Or, we might have a different winner every race, which would be interesting as well.
Yeah, you said that everyone's happy to see Ronnie not in the truck series. Well, I'm not happy to see that because he's racing in the Xfinity series this year, and so am I. So
Beeline.
Yeah, the Beeline series. Sorry, it's new to us. So yeah, I'm not excited for that because he's gonna be hard to beat, and so it'll be fun though. I'm excited for these trucks out here tonight. Qualifying, I don't know if you guys were watching this, but man, these times are super close. They're all in the 49.9s for the most part.
I haven't got the times up yet. We got a few people in the chat. You got Dan Race here. Jim's in the chat. Richard Test, who ran with us last year in the truck series, is not running with us this season, but he said he loves the intro and says Jason's paint looks good and hope we have a good time.
Yeah, I'm showing 300s of separating the top 2 right now. Well, not even that now, just 100s. Not even that. 8 thousandths.
8 thousandths of a second between Nathan Miller and George Mathis. Not George Mathis, Greg Mathis. Sorry, George stuck in the brain, but Greg Mathis. He was with us last year, but he did not run enough races to be considered can be considered not a rookie, unfortunately. So your top 10, okay, that changed.
Yeah, and speaking of Greg, I know it's not related to the series, but he actually got the pole for our Daytona 500 for ECR, so that's a big deal for him. And for him to get the second place tonight, that's pretty impressive. That's pretty awesome.
We got 800ths of a second separating first through 10th, so that's pretty tight, I'd say.
No, it's going to be a good race here tonight. Full field. We haven't seen a full field in so long for these guys. It's great to see that. We've recruited a lot of people. Hopefully, we have a lot of green flag pit stops going on. 65 laps, and these guys can only get about, what, 19, 20 laps on fuel?
Yeah, what I was asking some guys earlier down in the garage, they were saying, anywhere from 18 to 23 laps is what I heard. So you never know. Some guys could be holding back and they don't want to tell you the full truth on everything like that. So we'll see if there's some guys that hold it off to the end and can stretch it if we get a fuel run like that. That'd be interesting to see.
Yeah.
So we got our weather stats up,
man,
and it's
thank you.
65 degrees on the
Wipe all my
track,
fun
65
story
degrees
out.
in the air,
I did not know I made that
51%
error. I
humidity.
appreciate it.
Very humid for Daytona.
No big deal.
And the wind speed is 4.8 kilometers per hour. Kind of windy here, and that will change because of the dynamic weather over the series of these 65 laps. Probably not a whole lot, but might be enough to affect the draft just a hair.
Thanks, Greg. Good luck, everybody.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun, and our weather changes throughout the race too, so that's gonna be updating as we go.
Good luck,
so
everybody.
it'll be interesting to see how that wind takes a change in here and see how things go. But I think we're gridding up and ready to go racing here soon.
How
you boys doing?
Pretty good. Welcome, Anthony. How's it going?
Man, I just wanted to come in and briefly say, are you boys ready for the 2017 ECR truck season?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yes, sir. Let's do this shit.
Man, it's been one heck of an off season. We prepared
I don't
for
know if
this
I can
thing
cuss
as
or not,
much
but I
as
did.
possible, and I'm so excited to help Jeremy RC this thing tonight. So hopefully these boys put on a good show. We had a heck of a drivers meeting, went over everything, and hopefully these boys are prepared and ready to go for the 65 lap race, man.
I hope so. We're looking at, I'm looking at Jason O'Connor's truck right now. I made a special paint for him to run this week for the passing of his dog, Lexi. And, he's very happy to see that on his vehicles. So just want to show that off real quick. We've got a lot of guys out here ready for a good race. Anthony, how are you feeling about this tonight?
Everyone's got their right paint schemes up
I
to date.
don't know exactly how to feel, man. I hope everything goes well. I hope everything goes right, and we have a good, clean race here. I know the duels went caution-free, so if it's anything like the duels here, we'll have a good one. These boys want to keep it together. There's only one way to tell, and that's to watch it happen in front of us. So, again, you never know. There's issues that occur, issues that happen. We got guys already that have disconnected and tried to come back in who've missed the start. So, a few technical errors here, but for the most part, we have everybody here tonight, and it's a full field.
All right, and a happy President's Day to you guys as well out there. And got Kyle Brummett in the chat asking where does Kurt Quist roll off at? Let's go ahead and
Kurt was disqualified because he disconnected after driver's meeting and then rejoined after, and that's a big no-no. Cannot do that. So Kurt broke one of the rules here in ECR. Disconnected and came back after the driver's meeting and was disqualified.
In the backstretch, and their planes flying out of there.
Yeah, that's one of the things that we've implemented this year. Cannot rejoin after 9:15, no matter what. It's just something we were looking at last year, but couldn't really implement.
Green.
We are green flag racing, and Nathan Miller is going to lead this pack off. He's got the 99 Ken Worley on the inside, right behind him, followed by the 14.
That 84 car or truck on the outside did not get a good restart at all. I think he spun his tires just a little bit.
Yeah, I'm real curious to see how these guys can get this top line working here. I don't know if they'll do it early, but I'm curious to see what they do, if there's some guys that know how to work that top side and side draft.
A lot of new names here tonight. Oh, people going below the yellow line already. Not even a lap in.
I think that was a team effort there
below the yellow through the whole corner here.
Go towards the back of the pack, maybe. Maybe that's a strategy thing.
Yeah, Will Prue on the apron right now. Also, the 81 of Josh Susi. Hashtag Sushi Nation for anyone that's watching that joined us last year.
Yeah, it definitely looks like you got some guys that's trying to fall back here from this front pack. But, the way that some of the races went earlier this week with the Cup cars, I don't know if these trucks will be the same. I haven't raced the trucks in a while, but it has a tendency to get spread out. If you want to fall back too far, you could be in trouble.
Right now, it looks like that inside line. Oh, first incident right now.
There's a wreck back there. Let's see if we can figure out who that was.
Those guys pulling on the back.
Like the 31.
Gotta be kidding.
To whoever was telling me to go, sorry I was putting my pedal through the fucking ground.
Slow down.
Go ahead and see what happened here on this replay.
Yeah, someone turned me pacing.
He got bumped on the outside from the 44.
I couldn't go anywhere.
Doesn't really look like he got too much damage from that, though. He is rolling back off, and hopefully he can get back out there. First caution, though, lap number 2. That is unfortunate for these guys after putting in the amount of practice they have. But, you know, we get them out early. You know, it's a long race. You got 65 laps here tonight. And hopefully we can get some green flag runs, definitely.
Yeah, that's
it
kind
looks
of...
like he got a run on the outside there. He's getting a push, and it looks like he went to look outside, and then he checked up and thought better of it, got hit from behind. Just a racing deal, really.
That's kind of back to what I was saying earlier. You know, these are the first time these guys have ever raced together in a league setting like this. So there might be some butterflies out there. You don't really know the tendencies. Douglas Hess is a veteran of ECR, and I mean it's just it's just racing. Sometimes you don't know how exactly people race around you. So I don't see that as too big of a deal. This maybe someone put their nose where it shouldn't have been too early, but it's okay though.
No.
And I doubt. Well, I guess quite a few of these guys are pitting right now.
Let's see if they get tires or gas only, because that's a big deal this year. At a track like this with just a couple of laps, I would say most people would just be getting gas only.
One's going to be a regular EOL, two's going to be EOL brought under caution.
Go ahead and take a look at them pit stop times.
And you call the caution under caution. The 44 is going to be the EOL at 2 to go.
We got Morrison and Snyder with a 5-second pit stop, so that's probably only gas.
That comes with automatic.
And you got the rest of the backfield coming in. Oh, we got a spin out on pit road. Man, oh man, what is going on with these guys? Are they nervous because they're being broadcasted, or nervous for the first race of the year?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I was listening to our race controller. The 44 is going to get the EOL on this for causing that wreck. There was a second EOL given, but I wasn't able to hear what the issue was. I think there was someone caused a caution under a caution. So first time I've heard that for a while.
I heard somebody call it out. They said after the caution they were wrecking going into 3.
Adjustment Tyler Davis, that'll be another EOL. Number 50 is another EOL.
And oh man, hopefully these guys can get their act together. And Kyle says #free Kurt. It's just unfortunate. It's one of the rules we implemented this year. Wish we could do something about it, but
yeah, both
you know, it is what it is, unfortunately.
Shouldn't be side by side. Once the caution's called, we need to slow down and try to get single file. You came down.
Trust me, the power I have of the broadcaster, well, which isn't much at all, but you know, I wish I had the ability to do that.
Yeah. Hey, so while we're under caution here, do you want to bring anybody up here to talk to him?
Tailgate look like.
Let's go ahead and bring down Nate Miller.
That'd be cool to get someone's perspective to see how this is going so far.
Trying to find him.
And Nathan's got the lead right now, and he's got Dalton Tucker behind him, and I expect those two to work together real good.
Yeah, car 2 is right. So I mean, he didn't.
Nate Miller, welcome to the broadcast. Do you have a copy?
The guy coming into the pits turned right into him. As far as the 53, you guys are pretty wide.
Nate Miller, welcome to the broadcast.
Pretty much
Do you
on the
have a
yellow
copy?
line. Your left tires are below that black line. That's his territory. So we can agree to disagree.
Oh, I guess I can't interview
him. We call it every single time.
You must be talking about strategies of pit crew or something.
Way well below the black line there in his territory. You had the
better be his mic's muted. His sound isn't, but his mic's muted. So I'm not sure what's going on with him.
So that's the way we're calling that one. You can mark the
this guy's got to be prepared to let me be able to talk to him. That's the other thing.
Yeah, I mean,
I'd like to interview as many people as I can, but you gotta allow me to talk to you.
Between his truck and the yellow line,
Let's bring down Greg Mathis then.
2 to go.
Greg Mathis, welcome to the broadcast booth. Do you have a copy?
Hey man, what's going on?
Not too much. Glad to see you back out here this season with us. Now you had a little bit of a rough year last year, but glad to see you back for the ECR series. How does it feel to be back out here on the track after a long year away?
It's been really awesome. Just getting to run with a lot of the guys that I've run with, not just at ECR but all over. Anthony, Ken Worley, Chuck Harold, and Mike Lively. So it's a lot of fun, man. It's definitely feels like home.
It's from the restart there. It looks like you didn't get a good restart. Well, a good start, anyways. What happened there? Did you miss shift or?
No, I just completely botched it, man. I was watching Nathan, and he kind of sped up, and when I sped up, he kind of nosed over, and then I nosed over.
Why
and
are we doing 40 miles an hour down the road?
But it's all right,
I mean, it's okay. On Wednesday for the 500, you get to lead everybody, so it's okay.
Yeah, I should be doing 60.
Yeah, that makes me even more nervous.
Accident's on you, and we're gonna give you an EOL for that too. Let's
all right, man. Well, good luck to you. What room are you in?
On pit lane.
I am in the Pelican Motorsports room.
Too early in this race. A lot of it is guys who aren't here practicing with us on a weekly basis.
Sorry if I'm having trouble hearing you guys.
During league races,
Anthony's kind of talking over you.
Hey, got a trial and error, so
we'll get through. Good luck to you.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate all you guys do, man.
Let's go. Let's go.
Thank you. Yeah, we are also using Discord this year, a little different for us. A lot more spread out than what TeamSpeak is, but Discord runs better for everybody for the most part. So we decided to switch to that as well. And we enjoy it. We actually do enjoy it. We get to chat a little bit more on Discord, and it's free. Where can you go wrong with that?
Yeah, I remember I've used Discord for a while. I do flight sim and stuff like that.
Patent up.
And I think we're about to go green here, so we'll talk about this later.
Green.
There we go,
All
green
right.
flag.
Lap number 6, green flag. Nathan Miller leading this pack off again with 14 on the outside, followed by the 99, the 84.
A lot better start on the outside that time.
Yeah, they actually got a run right now. They're passing them, or they got nose in front of them.
And 14 is one of my guys for the broadcast racers, Dalton Tucker, new to the league this year as well.
Yeah, you got to watch out for Dalton. I think he's going to be somebody that's there in any series he runs in throughout the year.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. I've raced with him in a couple of our practice races and our other series, and he's been someone I've been kind of surprised at how much speed he's shown here at Daytona as he comes down and gets the lead.
And there he goes.
Here.
He takes the lead.
Yeah, he took the lead. Kind of feel bad for Greg. He got left high and dry with Truck behind him, but hey, it happens.
Chuck will push him.
Oh yeah, Chuck's a great speedway driver.
He's one of the more aggressive drivers that we have in this league, and he's one that will not be afraid to push you.
If you're going to have it through in your truck, you better live up to the name here at Daytona.
And we got Daniel Reese saying, go 45, my boss and teammate. Let's see, who is in the 45 this year? We've changed numbers this year as well, so it's going to be a learning curve for me. That's right, that's what I thought.
Now we have Greg Mathis coming up. He's side by side with Dalton. It's kind of crazy to see this high line being able to, they have to stay together for it to work, but they're kind of making it work.
Why are you trying to
I think if you let Chuck and the 92 get underneath of him, I think he'll be able to make it work. But 41.
Nathan's looking to go back high.
I gotta say, he just switched.
And there we go. They got the run.
Yeah, he's not content to ride in second. And he chops his nose off and back down.
10-4.
Yeah, if these guys can stay bumper to bumper on that high line, they get a crazy run off the corners, and they actually are faster. As you watch right here, it goes 84 again.
84.
I've got a car down on the apron as well. 84 trying to make a run on the outside, trying to get, and he does. 84 taking the lead, Gray Mathis.
And this is the beauty of the trucks. This is what you can do, and you can get away with it. It's a lot harder to do in the Cup cars, and that's why these trucks put on such a good show.
Here in the broadcast blimp, and these guys are pretty much double wide all the way back through the field. Got a few stragglers trying to make a pack right behind Justin Bland, but Justin Bland's losing a little bit of leeway there on that outside line. He's get up in that pack, get more of that draft, or even side draft off the number 2.
Here comes Nathan again on the high side. If they can stay bumper to bumper, that high line is obviously faster. It's kind of surprising to see that.
Nathan Miller
man.
dropping down yet again.
They were
Man,
so
lead
close.
changes. There's going to be a lot of lead changes here tonight. I mean, super speedway, a lot of drafting. You're going to expect to see that.
Yeah, at this rate, we could probably have a record here in ECR for lead changes if it keeps going like this.
Does she do a bouncing
Yeah,
And from the gearbox, you can't see anything but a grill of a Tundra.
Oh yeah, when you're drafting here, that's the hardest part is when you're the car behind somebody, which in most cases you are, unless you're the leader, or leading a pack. You can't see anything. You're trusting the car or the truck in front of you to guide you around the track, because all you see is their bumper, especially in the trucks with the spoilers are so high. You literally can't see anything at all.
Yeah, and that's when racing with somebody that you know and you trust comes in real handy at the plate tracks, and you know what that guy's going to do. You know he's not going to lead you into harm, and that goes a long ways.
Well, as we were running on lap 11 here, I wonder what the heat is like on these guys' trucks, because if they're running bumper to bumper like that, their trucks are going to overheat like crazy. I've noticed it during the practice runs that we were having last week, that some of these trucks were overheating quite a bit because of how close they're running. And with the dynamic weather, that plays into a lot of the effect.
Yeah, to see Greg Mathis, he went up high again, so he's going to grab the lead right back from Nathan once again. They're going to try to... Oh, they both went down the front. Dang. That was crazy.
That's a power move. That's a power move.
Yeah.
Almost Dalton got into the front of Nathan there.
Yeah, I thought it was going to happen for sure.
And that killed the outside lanes run there. Chuck, you see Chuck falling back.
Right now, your top 10 is Greg Mathis, Dalton Tucker, Nathan Miller, Ken Worley, Michael Leiby, Chuck Harrell, Christian Snyder, Chris Steele, David Coyle Jr., and Rob Haynes.
I'm telling you what, guys, you know, watching the lead pack and the lead trainer like this has been some exciting racing. I didn't think the highline was going to be as effective as it is. This is pretty exciting.
I tell you, you got to keep your eye on back there too. Is in that 68 truck, Rob Haynes. Yeah, no, he's not up at the front right now, but he's a wily guy, and if he can keep that truck clean, I think he'll be up there at the end of this race.
Go ahead and take a look at this backpack here, see what's going on with these guys.
I just wanted to give you guys a quick update real quick on that last caution there. We had 3 EOLs on that last caution. Just wanted to update everybody there at home watching in case it hasn't already been stated that the 44 was the cause of the caution, and the 53 and the 50 had caused a few incidents under caution. So they also were given the EOL there in case anybody at home was wondering what happened.
Well, thank you, Anthony, for the update.
Yeah, thanks for the update, man. I saw you were giving the EOLs, but we didn't know why. So that's good. So thanks for updating
Hey,
us.
lap car, you mind going
Yeah,
high?
the 53 had caused an accident under caution, and as well as the 50, both of which you get probation for causing a caution under caution. The 53 came down on the driver below him and took him out, and then the 50 came down on somebody in pit road. Was not clear, came down and crossed over somebody's bumper there, pulling into his pit stall. So he was also given an EOL.
Yeah, it's Josh Saucy.
And that sucks. It's not very often that we give out 3 EOLs. Typically, it's only 1 or 2.
03 pit.
Yeah, it's been a rough start here. Hopefully these guys keep it green and hopefully keep it entertaining for you fellas here as I move back to the general lobby. Just giving you guys an update.
And keep your eyes open here, Scotty. We have people coming down at pit. They're calling out with the radio. So.
Well, we've got 3. We've got 3 different packs going on as well.
Oh, okay. Well, I heard people calling out their pit on the radio.
Keeping that high, Joey.
Yeah, I don't think this is a little early to get in there. I know these front guys, some of them didn't stop, so we have some guys coming to get fuel. They should better go a little bit longer. And, it'll be interesting to see if that plays off the end, because it's looking like we're getting a green flag run here.
You've got a pack of about, I'd say 7-8 trucks back here running by themselves off of the lead pack from 27th on. So I think the strategy for them might be to pit early and then try to get above.
Look how close they are. They're really pushing each other. Yeah, I think Nathan up here, the leader, the 41, he's got a good, he knows if he can stay close to the person in front of him and push him around this track, he knows he can keep that high line from gaining momentum and keep them up there in the lead. So that's what he's doing now. He's up here just pushing the living daylights out of Greg.
I hope he's watching his oil temperatures there, because if he's too far in, he's going to blow up. But you got the 63 pushing on Dalton Tucker on the outside in that Hooters truck.
Yeah, he's showing some real strength in that thing. They've got some horses under the hood of that Hooters truck tonight.
Man, oh man, I'm glad I brought Dalton in under my team this year. I knew he was going to be good. He did run a few races at the end of last year, and just from those races that I saw, I figured, yep, he's going to be in.
Top line's got 3 trucks nose to tail, so it looks like they're maybe building up a run here. We'll see if Dalton can get to the lead going down the backstretch.
You know, in the 3 of Chuck Harrell, he's been in the front, he's been in the middle of this upper pack, and I think he's just waiting his time as well. We're only on lap 17, so these guys should be going into pit here probably within the next couple laps, I would think.
Perspective on things. I don't really see him do
this. And that's where the strategy is going to really take place because of this new half deal that we've introduced in the 2017 season.
Right, you open up the door for more mistakes getting on and off pit road, and there's more pit stops. Brings in the strategy a little bit into play a little bit better. You don't always have to take 4 tires, and here at Daytona, tires don't mean as much, and especially with the cooler temperatures. But I would think they would always want to take right sides and maybe to the end.
Let's go on board here in the 84 to see what it actually looks like for having Dalton Tucker in front of them.
Yeah, while you're in there, camera angle I always like is that what they call it, the gyroscope one, where you can see how banked these corners are. That's always a fun. I just switched to it. That's perfect because that camera is like my favorite because you get to see how much banking they are really going through in these corners. It's crazy.
I mean, it's almost as steep as Talladega, but you know, it's still very steep. It's one of the steepest tracks here in the NASCAR circuit.
Yeah, and inside the vehicle when you're racing here at Daytona, you get the feeling of it being steeper to me than more than Talladega, because Talladega is so wide.
Yeah, you can go 3 or 4 wide there at Talladega easily. Here you can go 3 wide. Wouldn't want to take it 4 wide, but even going 3 wide here is kind of hairy, especially if you're not comfortable with either person on the inside, the outside, or if you're on the outside or the far or the inside.
Thanks, Tyler.
Lap number 20 here. We got 45 laps left to go. Very exciting race here. These guys keeping it green here. Very proud of these guys. All running together. Had a lot of practice off season, and really, it's really nice to see these new guys being able to run together like this.
Yeah, this front pack's thinned out a little bit to what it was. It looks like they were really getting after it for a while. And it looks like some of these guys may be getting ready for pit stops.
Either pit stops or overheating.
Yeah, I was going to say these guys they were also aggressive here at the beginning. They kind of just settled down and just burn away some laps. And I kind of think what you just said there, Scotty. Maybe their engines were getting a little bit hot, and they had to give each other a little bit more room to keep from blowing up.
We're taking a look at the number 63 here. Christian Snyder looking at 3rd place right now with Nathan Miller and Dalton Tucker directly in front of him. He is the Beeline broadcaster here, and it's good to see him out on the track. We don't just broadcast; we actually race in iRacing too, and showing real promise right now here in lap 21.
I think Christian, isn't he? He raced with us last year?
Christian? No.
I didn't think so. He's been pretty. I've drafted with him a couple times in our practice for Daytona 500 for ECR. He seems like he's a pretty good racer. He has a good understanding of how the draft works too, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him up here before too long.
61 sitting, coming up.
No, that
pit stops coming this time.
Coming up.
I would hope so, because that outside line just broke up completely. You only got 4 trucks on the outside line now in this front pack.
Yeah, we got a bunch of people pitting here, so keep an eye on pit road.
84
Got a pack of trucks back here, starting with Scott Hunsinger, and they're just running back here. I'm not sure what these guys' strategy are, if they've lost his draft, or if they're just trying to buy their time here and hoping to get a caution.
41 pitting.
I don't know if you guys saw that, but I've been listening to the radio. There's people giving each other time, a bunch of pit stops. The 84 stuck up high, but he actually got let down by another driver this week of pit. That's some good sportsmanship.
Pit on lap 26.
And a lot of people,
on pit road.
A lot of people going in pits right now.
Yeah, I think most of the leaders just pitted.
It's strategy right here.
To the lead. Got George Price looking on the outside now. He's got Chuck Harrell pushing him. See if one of these guys can get up here and get him a lap land. That can come in throughout the season. That's big if you can get these bonus points.
No tires.
Oh, man.
Oh, George really cut him close. He,
yeah, he's...
Oh, we got a crash.
There's a crash.
We got car upside down. Harrell's in it.
Looks like just after the middle up here.
I think the 55 said after, as that was happening, he ran out of fuel.
Come on, man.
If I heard that correctly.
George, you weren't clear.
Man, we witnessed that just as it went down. Holy shit.
I was clear.
Yeah, that was... Man.
You came down and hit me.
You gotta have a give and take in races like this, and
Right,
I know he wasn't clear, but I mean, you gotta at least let him come down, I guess, to prevent that from happening. But man, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know who I would put on that one. You know, Price. It looked like he was cleared. And it looked like he just didn't want to lift, and you know, he had some on his bumper, so it's hard to say.
Yeah, if that
Take
was
a look from that inside the car.
If that was me, if I was the guy behind him and I see someone coming down, I would let up just to let him come down to avoid any type of wreck that might happen. I don't know if anyone else would do that, but I would.
I would have done the same thing that you. And you know, when you got pit stops coming up, and it's still early in the race, and you know if you don't lift it, you're probably going to wreck. So you know,
3 and 4.
Big picture racing, yeah, you probably want to back out the pedal a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Slowing down, Trey.
You saw nothing but sky there.
I mean, they kind of benefit all these leaders before the pit stops that just came down pit road before the caution, because now they're all set to go. And these guys still got to pit, so after they cycle through in the caution here, you know, Nathan and those guys that pitted earlier, that they should be sitting pretty. Because those guys were already on pit road before the caution came out. They might have actually went to their pit stop before the caution came out.
Yeah, they'll all cycle around back to the lead, and don't know if everybody will be able to make it to the end from here.
Michael, if I hit you, you said clear, I went.
I'm gonna see if I can get Christian Snyder in here running third, or he was running third before the caution went down. Christian Snyder, welcome to the broadcast booth. Do you have a copy?
Gotcha.
And running third out there before that caution, how's the truck feeling for you tonight, especially with this opener?
It's feeling great. Been real lucky to stay up front all race. Seems like all the trouble's been in the back, and barely missed that wreck right there in front of me, and just seems like I'm being pretty lucky out here tonight.
Well, luck gets you a long way at Daytona, so it's not a bad thing to have on your side.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, it seems like the outside's the way to go. I'm just gonna keep on that outside, and hopefully luck stays on my side. And I gotta hope.
What's the fuel run out there for you guys?
I would say about 23 laps, maybe 24.
Not bad at all. Well, hopefully you guys can keep it green. Matt, you got anything for him?
Yeah, I was going to ask, how surprised are you to see how effective the Highline has been to make a pass for the lead? Because that's something I wasn't expecting at all.
I raced in a few practice races, and the outside seemed to be the go-to line. So I wasn't too surprised, but it seems with the trucks here, it's a lot more powerful than the Cup cars. I raced in the duels, and it seemed like the outside wasn't as effective. So definitely a lot more effective with these trucks.
Well, all right. Well, glad to hear that. Yeah, the Cup is definitely a little different this year. And go ahead and move you back down. Good luck to you out there, and hopefully luck stays on your side as you guys are going to go back on, what, lap 28?
Yeah, 28 or 29, something like that.
All right, buddy, go get them. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to go to a quick commercial break from our sponsor this year, Pit Stop Designs.
All right, while he's under caution, I'll once again bring up, just so you guys know, I am broadcasting a broadcast, so I can't see chat or see if everyone's in here or if you guys are saying anything. So once again, sorry about that. Just trying something new. I've never seen anyone broadcast a broadcast, especially broadcast a race with the Oculus Rift and virtual reality like we are. I know it's kind of skinny on the screen, but it's definitely a different perspective on things. I've just been watching from the leader from this view because you can see back to the entire field. It's been a good view so far. I can look around, see how close people are getting and things like that. But I just thought I would give this a shot. You know, I never thought about broadcasting while I'm broadcasting. So just let me know if you guys like it and how this goes. It's kind of interesting.
All right, we are back, and that is this year's ECR Truck Series sponsor, Pit Stop Designs. That is Joey Stats. As you see, he creates a lot of different designs for these vehicles here on iRacing. You can find him Pit Stop Designs on Facebook if you're interested in getting designs made.
You took my lucky dog.
Yeah, just as we expected, Nathan Miller and those guys who were those people who made the green flag pit stops are now our leaders. So everything's
exactly
right.
right.
Just nice for them.
Yeah, we got a new guy in the show here that I was talking about earlier. He was right back there between 6th and 10th is Rob Haynes. So let's watch out and see what that 68 truck does.
In the main channel and Discord there,
Yeah, let's hope so. And you also got the 92 on the outside there. Very interesting to see. We've had, by the way, guys, we've had 13 lead changes over 27 laps.
48 came down, was clear. Because if he wasn't
yeah, that's
clear,
crazy. These guys at the beginning of the race were super aggressive. They kind of settled down just a bit, but I kind of hoping to see them more aggressive again because that was fun to watch.
That's what I was getting ready to say. It plays right into what I was going to say. Is I wonder if they'll settle down here and if we won't see as many lead changes until we get to the next stop, which should come around between lap 55 and 58. Be curious to see how that plays out.
If these guys go green, it's going to come close to that end. Honestly, for me, if it came down to that many laps, you know, if we're pitting on lap 55, just fuel. Don't even worry about tires, just fuel.
Right, this next pit stop is going to be very interesting. What do you want to do? Do you want to take no tires, left sides, to maybe give you a little bit of grip? But with the temperatures out here, as cool as the track is, I don't think you got to worry about tires. Splash and go.
There we go, green flag, boys. Let's see if the outside line can do anything. They got a decent start that time. They're kind of falling back now. I think the guy behind the 92 didn't really get the best start to really help him out there.
I got a black flag. You didn't catch up.
See, it looked like that 14 truck was lagging back to see if he could get a big run down this back stretch. 92 pulls down, so I look for this 14 to get a good push and try to get back up to the front. I know he doesn't want to be where he's at.
Yeah, I wonder if anyone who's down low right now would jump up and try to be that lead car so they can try to, slingshot around these guys to get the lead.
Further into the pattern like that, guys.
I don't know, the 86
there they go,
Josh
63.
Going into 3, let us know. We need to
yeah, that would be, that'd be Christian Snyder.
We can clear those black flags.
Josh Conover.
He just said that he preferred the outside line. That's what I got out of that, so let's see what he can do with it.
Josh Conover there, also a rookie this season in number 86. Trying to get the 14 up there as well as himself. Got 5 cars in that pack. Well, I should say trucks, but 5 trucks in that pack right now on the outside. 2 trailing behind.
Got the 40 truck coming up into the pack. He looked like he had lost the draft earlier. He was falling back and riding with 2 other trucks, and he lost their draft, and now he's back up in the pack. Probably sitting about 12th or so.
And here comes that high line. Here comes Christian. He's going to challenge the lead right here.
Big run, big run.
Oh yeah, huge run. Like when they come off the corners, it seems like the high line is like 5 miles an hour faster than the low line.
Checking out
it's
a bomb
crazy.
wheel.
Right now, the truck that beat looks to be that 41 truck. He's, I think him and that 14. I would say those are the 2 guys that beat, and so let's see what Snyder can do with him on this outside.
And we're looking at this rear view right now, seeing how close these guys actually are, kind of giving each other a little bit of room, a little bit of side drafting going on. But, you know, if they want that side draft going on, Josh Conover blinking out a little bit. Hopefully he gets that fixed, especially running in a pack like this up front.
Yeah,
But these guys giving each other a little bit of breathing room, kind of taking it easy. You know, I suspect in these next 10 laps, though, that might not be the case.
Right now, 91's the only one in
Yeah,
the
and
yellow.
I expect, knowing Rob the way he races, he's a smart racer.
here.
I don't expect him to do anything crazy sitting in second place. I expect him to stay right behind Nathan Miller and keep going here and try to hold a spot to the end.
Bob Haynes is always one of those people I've found that is really good to be in a pack with, knows how to draft.
I don't know, he was real slow.
An all-around great driver in all 3 series that we run.
Yeah, great driver, good talent, smart. He's not going to, like I say, you trust the race with him. He's not going to do anything stupid to take you or him out.
We've only been green for a couple laps now. The pack is definitely breaking up. Not sure.
We're looking 3 wide here.
That'd be great.
They're going 3 wide.
76 coming up the middle, big run. He's going to come in the middle by himself. Yeah.
Thank you, man.
George Price on the outside, giving him plenty of room.
Pardon my French, these guys are getting ballsy.
That is a rookie right there, 76 of Justin Michael.
Yeah, you know what they say about the rookies, what you don't know, you don't know. It's DW's famous line, so I'm not surprised to see Price lift and let him go get back in line right there. Smart racer. Price is going to be racing for the championship in this series, and just looking to finish this race, and if you got a chance to win. I know Price pretty well.
And Christian was given the lap led that last time by. They're going 3 wide.
3 wide here. He touched the wall. Yeah.
Oh man.
Dalton Tucker jumped back out behind him. He said, "I don't want none of that."
Yeah, I wouldn't either. I don't blame him. Just shuffle 86 on back.
Yeah, that's something you got to watch for. Is guys that are swirly when you're pushing them. You got to get out here and test it, see who you want to work with, who you want to push. And obviously, Dalton said, "I'm not feeling that right now."
We're at the halfway point now, and these guys are starting to be ballsy. You see right now from the blimp view, there's 2 completely separate packs, which happened in a very short amount of time. I'm not sure what the ideal interest in that is, but hopefully they can start working together, at least this backpack, and move back up to the front.
Looks like we got the 14 getting ready to take the lead with the 2 trucks together. If they come down now, they're not going to get it. No, he doesn't get it. He stays high with him.
Back
So
he
likes that high side. Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing I can think with that second pack that you're talking about there, Scotty, is maybe I know fuel strategy is going to be coming close down towards the end. Maybe they're going to short pit a little bit here to be good to the end, to maybe try to play a little fuel strategy into this.
It looks like Tucker and Snyder are working real well together. Those 2 might be talking over the radio and maybe can work and beat this Nathan Miller, because Nathan's been at the front and it seems like nobody's been able to keep him, out of the lead. They can take it from him, but he goes up there and gets it right back. So let's see how this plays out. If Snyder goes back to the outside, yeah.
Yeah, I think Christian, now he has the lead, he's the one to give it up.
Oh,
they're going to go 3 wide again?
Coming back 3 wide. He's not scared of 3 wide, I'm telling you.
Man, oh man.
I like this guy.
And Dalton has the lead yet again.
That's going to shuffle Snyder back. He's going to go back to
at least he's coming way back here now.
If he can get behind Justin Bland, though, that'd be the best bet for him. And he's blinking out a little bit of him as well.
And here comes Nathan Miller looking back to the lead. I'm telling you, Nathan Miller will not ride second. He's going to come to that front.
And that's one name we haven't heard of all night. You just said is Justin Bland. Justin Bland is notorious for making these weird last-second comebacks. So I know he's back there now in that 65 green truck, but he's starting to creep his way up here.
I've raced with Justin for probably 5 years, as well as you have, Matthew. And even from console, that's been the name of his game. You never know. He's kind of like a Matt Kenseth type of guy.
Yeah, he's never around, then all of a sudden 5 to go, and he's like top 3. You always got to keep an eye on him.
Justin Bland sitting in 10th spot right now. Man, running out the top 10, and he really hasn't been running up front all night. He was in that backpack earlier. With the strategies, the pitch strategies, it's all going to come down on that. These guys, man, less than 20 laps left to go. They will not make it on fuel. So it's gonna come down to that last bit. What they're willing to do, if they're not gonna take tires or just outside, or just a splash of fuel, just enough to finish out this race. Gonna be interesting this season. I tell you what, I hope you guys out there are enjoying this. We got 12 people watching right now constantly, and I appreciate you guys watching. Any comments for us, more than welcome to. The chat is always open, always willing to communicate with you guys, always willing to answer questions. We're trying to have fun out here, try to put on a good show for everyone. And a hell of a race going on out here. 3 wide, some points, a lot of lead changes. You couldn't ask for more.
Yeah, the 2 trucks that I'm seeing right now is that 14 and that 41. It must be good to have a 4 and a 1 in your number tonight. And that's the 2 trucks I think you're going to have to beat if you want to win this race.
And now they're hooked up together, so...
These guys want to stay. Ooh, 48 getting up into the 44 a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like he couldn't see that 3 wide car there. They maybe didn't call it over the radio. The 76. He's a rookie. He doesn't know. It looks like Price was probably on his tailgate there. That big spoiler, he couldn't see what was in front of him. It surprised him.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
And it's good race etiquette to keep low. You try to keep low or keep high for the lead pack cars. That way you're not getting in the way. Yeah, good race etiquette, and it's just try not to be an asset on the racetrack, especially if you're running in a 2 or 3 car pack and you get a 15 car pack.
Here we got Price pushing the rookie Michael to the lead here.
I see that, getting a little bit of a push from the 48 of George Price on that outside line. Nice. Maybe Christian was right. Maybe that outside line is going to be the winning line here tonight.
Well, he got shuffled back and he stayed to the outside. He went back to about 10th place, and that was an aggressive move he made, and it hurt him right now. But it's a move like that that can win you the race. So even though he's out of it right now, I look for him to stay aggressive and probably be right back up in this before this race is over.
If Justin Michael got this win here tonight, he's a rookie, and I do believe he's running for the championship as well.
That would be huge. To lock you into the chase. That would be huge as a rookie.
Only lock into the chase if he does the percentage of he has to do half the races.
Right. So he would have to run at least 12 races.
Yes, he would have to do 12 more races to be locked in.
What's going on, fellas?
Yeah, I think if I won a race, I think I could run 11 more races. But again, that 14 and that 41, those trucks are tough. The 2 Chevrolets are hooked up. You got Price up on the bumper, that 76 again. He's pushing around the outside. They're not going to give up, but that 41 and that 14, those 2 trucks are bad.
Got a car up high on the back.
Man, oh man, what a race here, Anthony. How's it going?
Man, it's been pretty busy here as far as RC is concerned, and the different communications that are going on here so far. I just kind of want to break away and sit here and hang out in the broadcast booth with you fellas, man, as we continue to have some green flag racing here today. How are you guys enjoying this race here tonight?
Man, it's been a hell of a race out there. These guys really showing what they're worth, especially these rookies, coming in. They may not be rookies to iRacing, but they're rookies to the league, and really showing, where they want to stand in this league. We're talking about the 76 of Justin Michael here, who's sitting on the outside. Currently in 3rd, was pushing for 1st there, getting a nice push from George Price, and it's nice to see that, especially with the season opener, that you got new meat coming in and they want it.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want to see. You want to see new guys come in and challenge these veterans, and that's what makes it exciting. And it's just as we were speaking, Price was giving Michael a good push down the back straight. They lost it going to 3 and 4 here. Let's see what they can get. That outside line's bunching up pretty good.
Keep that 3rd lane and get a chance to go in.
Man, I know, yeah, RC must be crazy right now with these guys. Nice to see you up here, though, in the booth, Anthony. Always nice to have the league president up here to answer any questions for anybody that wants to talk out there,
He's out there giving directions right now that 2 car isn't meeting, or the 2 trucks, sorry, is not meeting minimum speed requirements, so they're mandating him to go down pit road and park it for the rest of the race now. So
I see him go by the 2 truck a while ago when Anthony first came up into the booth. They went by him pretty fast. I was wondering what had happened to him.
Yeah, he's only going 155 miles an hour. Not sure.
He reported on track, guys, that he actually has no repairs left. He repaired everything that he could repair. So He has been told by race control that he needs to pit and make repairs, and he made the comment that he repaired everything that there was to repair.
Rookie Justin Michael just took the lead, and now we got Price coming around the outside of him challenging.
And he's creeping on up there. Is that Justin Bland truck?
I'm telling you, I like this. We got some new faces. Got some new faces in the front here.
Okay.
And that's unfortunate to see, though. I mean, you know, these guys want to come out here for a season opener, put on a good race, and, you know, get wrecked out or have some engine problems or maybe wreck themselves out. You know, it's unfortunate for them, but it's a long season. It's 23 races for us, but there's a lot of time to make that up. And super speedways, once we get out of super speedways, you guys will actually see some real hard-ass racing going on out here for this league. These veterans coming back, wanting to get their money's worth, and definitely these rookies coming out here, pushing those veterans to the limit.
And keep an eye on pit road here. People are calling out their pit stops, so I don't know if any of the leaders are as of yet, but some people are. So keep an eye on
I was to say the field was getting spread out a little bit. There was a pack back behind it, and now they've caught up to these guys that have been kind of lifting back away from this pack a little bit. We got Greg Mathis back behind George Price now. And those two were looking for the lead a while ago. And Mr. Sneaky here in the 65 truck, Justin Bland, he's easing his way towards the front.
Yeah, he's third in line on the high line, so keep an eye on him. So and
right behind him, we got Christian Snyder. And so those two right there, I know they want to get to the front. I know after the mistake that Christian made, it's a driver mistake. And anytime you do that, you feel like it's up to you to get it back.
Dalton, I'm coming in this time.
Scotty, can you pull it up and see that? Like, how many lead changes was that now? Because I think George Price has led for the first time on that lap.
20 lead changes.
Holy moly.
20 lead changes after 45 laps.
90 pit.
We got a lot of pit stops coming this time. A lot of people calling
I think we'll
out.
see at least 35 lead changes before this race is over.
I'm telling you, man, green flag pit stops making.
Here they come. Here they come. Pit road.
Almost everybody. Holy moly.
Look at the entry. Oh, the 41 loses coming on the pit road in front of the. Oh, the 14 just misses him. What a miss there.
I can actually stay out for 2 more laps if you want.
Yeah, I was on that live, and the 41 locked up his rear brakes, and he almost caught the 14 with him. I said, "You're gonna take out both the trucks that I just said was the ones to beat."
Well, that's definitely going to hurt the 41's chance tonight.
Yes, he could lose this draft with that. Let's see what he does here.
Oh man, oh man.
There goes the 14 pulling out, and 76.
92 Axton.
84 pitting in the
okay, he's actually doing 63 at the line, so he might even get a black flag.
70 pit.
Yeah, if he got slowed down enough before that first time in line, or the second time in line, they might not give it to him.
That was amazing.
31 pitting.
I bet frickin' Nate Miller is biting his tongue right now.
He is. He's on the gas. He's on the gas hard. He's getting squirrely coming through the apron there. But he's got a drafting partner, so that's okay. He's probably going to need a caution.
And that's the thing now is we're coming down to less than 20 laps to go. You know, these guys are super spread out now. These guys need to get drafting partners back and get a good finish. Hell, who is your leader now? Jesus. Looks like Greg Mathis still?
I got the 43 STP Richard Petty car on my screen.
Looks like hell.
But maybe he hasn't updated yet. He's coming down pit road right now.
Hey Rob,
I know. It's saying on my end that Greg Mathis is. It says he's in third, but it's showing him as the leader on OBS.
I think once this shuffles around, he's going to be the leader. And we got a new player that's coming back in there. It's Hunsinger.
Sorry about that,
He's been riding around back in the second, sometimes in the third pack. Keep an eye on him, and if he can get there towards the end, that's a guy you got to watch out for also.
Really sitting in 11th right now behind the 27.
Big run coming to the pack here. Let's see what everybody does.
As I'm a lap down, don't try to wreck anybody.
That outside line, that third row's coming. The rookie. Oh, we got to get. Oh, a big wreck. The 14 is. Oh, we got cars upside down.
Caution's out. Caution's out.
Yeah, big wreck over there. I didn't even get to see it.
All right, let's see what went on there.
after the pit stop, though, those guys were up to speed, and they were coming through there, and they went to go high, and they had that run, and it looks like somebody just might have lifted a little too much and caught them off guard.
That should be on the 20. 20 got up in the wall, 14 got up and behind them, couldn't stop enough, got lowered down. I do believe that should be on the 20. I'm not sure why the 20 took it so high like that. It looks like Dalton's smoking pretty bad.
Yeah, the 20 went and got into the wall, and Dalton went to go around him and miss it and just overcorrected.
27 car, can you make it?
And that is Nathan Casillas in the 20.
20 needs an ERL.
Up into the wall there.
So that is going to end Dalton Tucker's race, and that is going to allow
Can we wait up for these slow cars or
Nathan Miller to get caught back up in this field.
Man, oh man, I bet Dalton's just a few more right now. Actually, let's try to see if we can find Dalton in teams and Discord.
I'm trying to go, man. I'm trying to go. Keep going, 72.
This car's entering 3, guys.
Dalton Tucker, do you have a copy?
All channels, please keep it quiet. I need
Man, oh man, oh man. Getting up into the 20 like that. I know that wasn't your fault, but that might end your run here tonight. You were having a hell of a run out there, leading for a lot of it, switching between, first and third place. Tell us a little bit about your run here tonight.
39, are you coming? I gotta wait for you. So.
Yeah, everything was going good, smooth, just trying to stay up front to avoid everything, and ended up getting caught up in that.
I had 13 seconds back here.
You guys
Dalton, Dalton, you were one of the trucks that I was saying was probably going to look like one of the guys to beat you in the 41. You guys seem to not want to. You weren't content to ride in second. That sucks to see you get involved in that. Do you think you're going to be able to get your damage fixed and get back here? And
no, I think the truck's done. The motor was smoking pretty bad, pulling around to the pit road.
Man, that sucks too, because I know you're having a hell of a run, and it's sad to say that you're sitting in pit road now, but you got most of the race done, so definitely props to you for that.
Yeah, I appreciate that. It was definitely fun and enjoyable. It just sucks to get caught up in something like that.
But just think, next week is Atlanta. Not super speedway. Get this out of the way. Go to an actual real race
into the wall,
and race your heart out there. So
get into them.
Yeah,
and spin.
Definitely looking forward to getting away from these super speedways. They're definitely not my strong suit.
well, you had us fooled there the way you were racing. You were really looking like you knew what you were doing.
Let us know it's 2 to go.
And like I said, you and Nathan Miller, I thought y'all guys were the truck to beat. And I was, speaking highly of you, saying I think that you're going to be here for the long haul, one of the guys to beat throughout the season. So better luck next week, my man.
All right, appreciate it.
man, that sucks too, because he's one of my guys. He's great. He's not in for the truck championship, but it just sucks to see one of your teammates go out like that. But we have a new leader yet again, and it looks like the 43 of Jerome Gustin in the classic STP truck.
Yeah, so I guess looks like the rookie Justin Michael was able to come out in second. You got Greg Mathis in third, Christian Snyder fourth, Justin Bland in fifth. Blake Freeman showing his face up in sixth, Ken Worley in seventh, Trey Davis in eighth, Tony DeGennaro in ninth, and George Price ran out the top 10.
And interesting to say, the first 4 trucks are all rookies.
Hey, like what does DW say? What you don't know, you don't know.
Go ahead and take a look at the rest of the unofficial results here right now as we're on lap 51.
And this is when business is going to pick up real big. Nobody should have to stop from here. I expect if we have a caution that nobody would stop. Everybody should be good on fuel, tires. So I look for them to heat it up real quick and probably see some door banging. And I wouldn't be surprised if this is not the last caution.
No, I mean, we've had a few small ones, but we'll wait for that big one here. We've had a few 3 or 4 truck cautions, but there's always that pile up at Daytona, no matter what series you're running in. Man, I want to thank both of you guys for being in here, by the way. It's been awesome to have some people in the booth. Sometimes I'm without people. Sometimes, I get 3 or 4 people that want to come and be like, hey, yeah, let's do this.
Well, I'll tell you what, I appreciate you having me up here. I'm having a blast, and I'm a little bit jealous of these guys out here. I race in the Cub Series, and I don't really have a lot of free time on my hands. And when I do, I would love to come up here any Monday and get in the booth with you. But tonight, I wish I was out there on that track. The racing looks fun.
And I wish I was out there too, honestly. And I think next year I might go for trucks overall. But no, I definitely appreciate it. And you're welcome anytime. As far as anybody else that's listening, that's in the league, you guys are welcome up here in the booth as well. Always happy to have somebody up here. I had Josh Sheets in here for the majority of the season last year. Made things interesting, and then he, towards the end of the season, he went back out on the track. Still in the booth, though, just like Hibbs is doing here tonight, and definitely makes for some good commentary.
Yeah, I'm always down to stop by. Mondays are kind of hard for me to get home from work and to get in here fast enough. But anytime, even if I have to join late, anytime you're by yourself or you need some help, just let me know. I'll try my best to get in here and help you out. I really like getting here and talking with you and seeing and watching these races, especially these truck races. I know we have this week and next week, and they have a little bit of a break, but when you need help, I'm here for you.
Well, appreciate that. And you guys were saying earlier about competition. I was talking to Anthony last week during the preseason race about the competition. He disagreed with me, saying that the competition's pretty steady throughout all 3 series. But I still hold it. I honestly think the truck series is the biggest competition that we have in this league. Just because there's so many rookies, and the fact that the trucks are a lot different to run than any other vehicle in this series or in the season.
Well, the trucks, I think the trucks are probably like 575, 600 horsepower. They got a lot of downforce, a lot of south force. They're a lot easier to drive. It's easier to recover from a mistake. So, that equates for more competition.
And that's what I was figuring in, and I talked about that, the weight difference, just the entire vehicle difference itself.
That was my bad,
and especially drafting like this, the draft package for these trucks right now, as you can see, is great. The Cup, not so much.
Yeah,
the Cups, Cup cars don't feel like they draft or pick up enough like they should.
Like 3, 4, 5 times.
No, they don't. I think they suck up plenty well. But I don't think the side drafting is what it should be. When you get down on the car on the inside or the outside, if you want to do that, and you get down on that rear tire, it doesn't bog them down as much as I think it should. It's hard to make them separate from the car in front of them. It's hard to slow them down, to make that outside work. So that inside line seems to be the dominant line, which you don't see here tonight. And I think that's what the Cup Series is lacking.
Yeah, the Cup car package I don't think is nearly as realistic as it should be. The Beeline cars, the B cars, they're the mid-grade NASCAR series car, and they're about right, honestly. I ran them last year, and they felt like how I would think they should run.
I'm alright when I'm pushed, but I gotta be pushed.
Yeah, that's how the Cup cars to me. I think the draft package is pretty accurate. Because you kind of see the same deal. Now, something that I don't see in iRacing that you see in real life is there seems to be like a little bubble in between the cars, and you can really push the car in front of you out and into the lead and stuff like that. You don't really see that a whole lot on here, so that's the only real difference that I've ever noticed. And there's a wreck.
We got a big crash. There's the big one. I don't know what happened there. It looks like he just spun by himself without contact.
It looked like the 92 got spun on my end, but we'll take a look at it and see.
Hey, 76, you had a little bit of right rear damage, and that's why it kind of
bumped. Yeah, just what I
tapped that left rear from the inside.
Just freezing at this moment. You got the 70 sitting on top of the 41 and the 92 at the same time.
You guys can look. I think I got.
Yeah, you got to be careful on that. The left rear side of the bumper. That's the danger zone. If you want to bump wrestle in the corner, do it like square it up and hit him right in the middle, or maybe even hit him over to the right just a little bit. But if you hit that left rear, that's what's going to happen 9 times out of 10.
That was netcode.
Yeah, I was going to say that looks like a little bit of netcode. It looks like he went to drift high, and it looks like he got scared touch at the 41, and then overreacted a little bit. But on what I'm showing here is he did not touch it.
I always get caught up in this shit.
Taking a little closer look at that. Yeah, because he got bumped a little bit by 41. He's got Blake Freeman on the outside of him. Nobody touching him other than that. And there's a good plus sign in between them. And it looks like, well, 91 did come up, but 91 didn't touch him. That's all netcode right there. I don't know how Anthony's going to call that for race control, but let's go ahead and finish this replay and watch this huge ass pile up. This was the big one. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 trucks all taking damage from that caution.
Scotty, we knew it was coming. Under 10 laps to go. These guys are getting racy. And it just looks like the 16 just drifted up a little bit.
You know, the whole track
had a slight bit of netcode, and that's all it takes in these speeds.
That was a big one. If ever there was a big
one.
Oh,
yeah, and you still got one flipping the 48 George Price. Let's go ahead and take a look at his real quick.
Yeah, I tried to check up, but whenever the 58 hit his brakes, he was stopped in the middle of the track, and I couldn't go nowhere even if I hit my brakes.
What?
Be interesting to see what these guys and who can get the damage repaired, because a lot of these guys are running for points and for the season. So you don't want to give up right now, even though there's not very many laps left. You want to get back out there and try to beat as many people as you can. With a big wreck like that, you can come out and pick 7, 10 points up. That's big. Get towards the chase.
How long
Let's see if I can find Chris Steele here and talk with him.
Scott, I have a question for you real quick. Did they ever pass the rule saying that the race control can decide whether or not to give an EOL for situations like this?
I believe that was discussed.
They did.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's the Lattimore rule.
Like I said,
I put that one into effect. Yeah, they did, and I don't know if that's one that you would want to put that on, but if there is a case, this one could be right there borderline on that.
Everywhere on that wreck, guys. It's
trying to look for Chris Steele here in Discord. There he is.
I'm concerned, did the best they could to avoid that one.
Chris Steele, welcome to the broadcast booth. Man, oh man, what a wreck!
Took out a lot of cars.
Yeah, what a mess. It happens. I thought I was leaving some room, but I got tagged, and it is what it is.
You didn't. That's all netcode.
Yeah, it was a great race overall. So, pre-flight pit stops, you can't complain about this race. And that the big one. This is a big one, but well, get them next time, I guess.
You didn't get hit though. You actually did not physically get hit.
Yeah, I hope iRacing can do something about that, because that's it's not just bad for me, it's bad for everybody. So it's a mess.
That was an 11 truck wreck. 11 trucks got damage on that wreck.
Yeah, it's some good teamwork there through here, and we were just getting ready to go. Final 10? It's the way to work. But anyway, it is what it is. We'll get them on the next one.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said, Chris. I said let's get the side 10 and go. We hadn't had a big one, and we knew it was coming. Sad to see that you was in it, but I know you're ready to get to Atlanta next week and do some real racing.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. I had a priority FedEx package and added to the front. Hey,
that was simply a
can't do anything about it now.
91 came up, and
speaking of the Lattimore rule, we got some ECR history. It's the first time it's come into effect. There is no EOL on this penalty because of netcode. It's the first time that's ever been called.
Well, I'm glad I was in the booth.
You're here for it to happen.
Yeah, everyone's gonna be a first.
Yeah, because we saw you like flip out, and then all of a sudden, I went back to the replay. I'm like, wait a minute, nobody actually touched. It was just a bubble being popped. But
I was showing at least 1.5 foot, maybe 2 foot in between the trucks.
Man, oh man. Well, as Tom said, Atlanta's next week. What are your predictions for Atlanta?
Well, Atlanta, it's tires, right? So, hopefully this league, one thing, everybody puts a lot of time in this league practicing. So hopefully everybody get to handle on that green flag racing with worn out tires. It couldn't get any better there, so should be good.
Yeah, I know it's hard for you to predict the future, Chris, but with 50% fuel and running at Atlanta with a track that wears the tires like it is, do you think there's a chance that 2 tires come into play next week at Atlanta, which is something that we haven't seen in probably 15 years?
Well, it won't be me. I'll take 4 every time I can. There, I'll take 8 if I can get them.
I'm on your side with that. I'm curious to see if somebody can pull something out the hat.
Yeah, you never know.
Well, something else to think about though is that fuel tanks is only at half. The tire wear is still the same as it was, so you might be able to do like 2 tire pit stops.
That's what I'm saying. You never know. It depends on the situation. So,
I think it comes down to track position, guys.
If I was a leader, I probably wouldn't want to take 2. But if I was sitting back in 10th and I'm 6 or 7 seconds back, I'd probably take 2 and try it.
Yeah, I agree, Tom.
Well, all right. We're coming back to the green flag here, and we got this 43 and this 84, and we got the rookie back here in the 76. We know he's aggressive. He's not scared to go 3 wide, so this is going to be an interesting restart, and we're going to have less than 5 laps to go. So this is pretty much the ECR's equivalent to a green-white checkered. Next caution ends the race, so let's hope we can get to the white and black flag without a wreck.
Yeah, 4 rookies up front. It's going to be interesting. All right, Chris, we'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, guys.
Man, as you said, we called it. That was the big one. If we could have anything be the big one, that was definitely it.
And sitting back there in 6th place is 65 Justin Bland. Keep an eye on that green and black truck.
Yeah, he'll come out of nowhere and bite you in the ass.
And don't lie, that 63 is Snyder. It seems like him and Bland have been stuck going green here. 43 gets a good jump. 75 is going with him. That outside line did not get a good start. Looks like that 63 and that 65 are holding back together. As the 84 pulls down, let's see if that 63 and 65 can get a run here on that outside.
You're welcome.
Man, oh man, coming down in the last 5 laps here.
Bland leaves the 63 hanging. He's coming down the bottom.
I bet Christian's pissed right now about that after running with him for so long.
All right,
this is what it comes down to.
Here comes the rookie with the lead, the 76.
It's what it comes down to in the end here.
He's going to take it. He's clear. He's got it. He leaves his wingman out. Here comes Bland.
Yeah, I was about to say, here comes the 65. Where'd he come from?
Can you push 58?
And they've got a run here coming out of this at turn 4.
I'm beat up.
Man, oh man, last 5 laps going down to 4
Blake
laps.
Freeman in the 10. I haven't seen him all night either. He's in the JBR racing truck there.
And we're going 3 wide for the lead here.
64 is going to get shuffled all the way back.
That's no good.
That 65 truck, let's watch out for this guy.
I said it earlier.
He's hungry. I know he wants to win a race.
Mr. Where did he come from?
needs to get down. He needs to drop down as soon as he can.
Yeah, 3 wide.
He's not quite clear. We're going to be wide, double wide.
3 wide for a full lap.
Yeah, business is picking up.
The thing about that running that middle line, you're getting draft from both sides, so you're really going to get a hell of a push.
I don't have time to take a sip of my beer.
I was surprised that 84 is able to get that middle line moving like that again, but I guess since there's only, 8 cars up here in this front pack, that they're able to group up together and hold strong.
3 to go. 65 is going to have to go somewhere besides behind these guys.
He's going to make a line for himself with Blake Freeman or just push his way through.
I know they're going to be pinching out trying to side draft, but I would want to get in the middle. If I was trying to get to the front for where he's at, I wouldn't want to go around that outside the 3rd lane. I'd want to go in the middle.
Yeah, knowing Justin's luck, the way he wins races sometimes is normally there's a big wreck around him towards the end, and he somehow figures a way to survive it. So maybe these guys will wreck at the last lap here, and he'll be able to squeak a win that way. You never know.
Mason Clark.
2 to go here. Looking like the start of the race. 2 to go.
Mason Clark holding the 8th position, also a rookie this year. Man, got a lot of rookies up front. Awesome to see that coming into the season.
Got 8 trucks in the lead pack and 8 guys that can win this race with 2 to go. You can't ask for nothing better.
The 84, he's pinching the 76 down. Man, he's getting that side draft, trying to keep him up there.
Christian almost took out Justin there. Justin lifted just in time.
I see what you did there. Just in time.
So Wyatt has nobody behind him to help him right now. Does he push Schneider to the outside, coming out of 4,
I mean,
or maybe going down
Snyder,
the backstretch?
If Snyder can go out there, I would do it, but he has to go out there first. And maybe the 84 though, he's been doing a good job of keeping his bumper wide. Oh, there's a wreck.
Though. Oh, that's gonna be it.
We're gonna race it to the end here. Looks like.
Man, oh man.
Racing to the green.
Yeah, racing to the green. No caution.
No caution happened on the end there.
Even if there was, Anthony would tell him to race it off.
Here they come.
This outside line is. Whoever's in the outside is going to win this race, I do believe.
The 84 is going to get him. We'll see what happens here.
Sorry for crowding you, David.
Oh, Justin's giving it a hell of a push on the outside.
Yeah, inside. They both separated a little bit.
They're bumping on the bottom. Oh, man.
Here they come. Touching. Going to be 3 wide.
Oh, they're wrecking at the first lane. Oh, man.
The rookie. And he wrecks it after the finish line. What a race.
Yeah, they were bumping like crazy there towards the end. That was crazy.
What a hell of a finish.
Hey, good going, guys.
Man, we got 17 people watching right now. Holy shit.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to see it rain on a wreck like that, but I think that was okay. I thought that was some good, hard bumping and racing and everything.
Hey,
something else to think about though here.
On the apron like that?
If ECR, if our RC is talking about it,
I don't see why
the 76, he went on the apron coming to the start-finish line before the wreck happened. Then the 84 came down, they hit him. Technically, he would lose his position because he went below the double yellow line. So that's some drama boiling here. He did not. He went down by himself.
I don't know.
If you watch it, he goes below the yellow line, then the 84 comes down and hits him just a little bit. So he went down there by himself.
I believe there's no rule about going under the yellow unless you're passing. But he did have a truck to his outside. You can go under the yellow anytime you want. You can ride under the yellow if you choose to.
Thank God we're done with this.
But you cannot make a pass under the yellow, so that's where they're going to have to make the call. That's going to be very interesting.
84 we're still behind him.
Yeah, the thing is if you're the leader and you go below the yellow line, you have to at least give up 1 spot, I think the rules, or something like that, because obviously you can't pass anybody. There's no reason for you to be under there. So, I mean, I'm not sure how they're going to rule this. This would be just some drama that RC threw out there.
Yeah, I'm watching it now, and they come out of 4, and the 43 looks left. The 76 goes to block. He gets about half his truck. Then the 84 kind of comes down. If the 76 wouldn't have went below the yellow, him and the 84 would have made major contact because the 84 came all the way down to the yellow. His left side tire has almost touched that outside yellow line, so that's going to be a very interesting call.
All right, let's go ahead and interview Justin Bland here. Justin Bland, sneaking up from the back of the pack. How's it going? Congratulations on 3rd.
You know, I'm doing pretty good.
You always come back and bite someone in the ass to get that other position, don't you?
Heck yeah, these super speedways are so much fun, man. These are next to short tracks, my favorite tracks. I always mark them on the calendar whenever they come up. So even though we started back in the pack, I knew we had a good chance to get back up there. Never thought we'd have that race there those last couple laps. That was insane, but had a really fast truck. Me and Blake worked together real well. The JBR cars, or JBR trucks, ran really well tonight. Got a 3rd and 4th. So really happy with how we ran the night. And starting from the back is almost works in your favor. You can avoid the first couple wrecks and you'll be in the right spot come the end of it.
That's what I was saying.
If I'm not mistaken, Justin, you elected to start in the back, did you not?
Apparently we're doing, you must run 10 laps with a partner. I did not know you had to run with a partner, so I ran my 10 laps, but without a partner. So was not allowed to grid today, or I would have qualified and saw where I could have wound up. But I'm happy that rule is in place because that put me in perfect spot to miss that first one wreck.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Maybe that was a blessing in disguise because if you would have qualified, you could have been in that accident. You never know. Sometimes things work out like that for you.
Dang right. I would have probably been right in the middle of that wreck. So definitely a blessing in disguise, getting that penalty early on and not having to be in that. So
And I was about to say, you almost made me look really smart because about halfway I said to keep an eye on you because you're like Matt Kenseth out there, Mr. Where'd he come from? And you almost came back up here and got him tonight. Good job, man.
Make sure we check into the results on
Yes, sir,
Facebook
I love these
make
places,
sure
super speedways. Never
because the 99
one of those you can start in the front and the back, don't matter. Just whenever you get there, just get to the front. And everyone's got a good chance, but I always feel confident going into these races. Always feel whenever we come here, I got a good chance at a victory. So always seem to finish good unless you get caught up in a wreck. And about that second caution, I knew me and Blake were in a good spot. We were lined up pretty close to each other. So once we got hooked up there with a couple laps to go, made a little mistake. I thought Greg had cleared the inside line. That's why I made it 3 wide with him. I thought he'd cleared it. I tried to force him down so that me and Blake would just be the only 2 cars on the outside. But kind of bit us in the butt. We fell back behind Christian because of that. And still worked out. Still got 3rd place. So I can't be too upset about that.
Have a good night, guys.
All right. Never can be upset with a top 3. Excellent finishing.